This video is really a follow-up on the other three video that you should be watching first. So if you go to the link tab and just go straight into these videos and watch it first, then come back to this video. The bridge sheets takes the inspiration from the electrical department. Now the only difference between yours and theirs is the selling coach. I have imported them from the other spreadsheet, so this data is imported. And on the 7 days of the bridges, you have got the selling coaches 1, 2 and 3 right at the bottom. So instead of occupying 3 rows, I have actually just used 1 row for them because their breaks will be allocated on the other departments. Your shop floor count, opening, closing and partner working, is actually counted from right at the top, vision, until this line here, tech support line. Anyone that is working underneath it, the task and the tech support partners, it won't be counted. Now the break counter just here, it will record the frequency of the breaks, but it doesn't record anything that is after the tech support. On your main tab, I have included the opening and closing count for each sub department, as I have promised. Now these formulas, it will look at the trading hour and it will start to count the opening closing of each partner. So if you have a look at the trading hour, this is the 9 PM finish. So at the moment the closing is 0 for the whole department. And if I actually just scroll across, these are the sub-department opening and closing count, and as you can see it's also 0 as well because you haven't actually entered the closing. Once you have entered it, it will start to count. So where does it take the information from in terms of how to count? So if you actually look on the reference tab, you have got the different trading hours, and these are the opening and closing that I've asked the spreadsheet to count. Yep, so it's here. This is what is counting. So for opening, that is actually more of an effort to count, because if I just click on this, you see the formula is pretty long, because potentially is actually counting the different time zones, like 8 o'clock starts and 9 o'clock starts and etc. But closing is actually quite easy because you only have 1 closing. You see here, when the colors start to change, you know that this is today's date. So which means these are actually the history, because it has passed. So you don't really need these formulas to be active. The more formula you remove, the quicker the spreadsheet will be. And I have actually inputted the opening and closing formulas from really October onwards until January, because you don't want to overload it with formulas that you don't really need. So if you have time and you want to have a spreadsheet that runs a bit faster, you can actually remove the formulas. So what you do is you select the cell that you want to remove the formulas, because this is today's date. What you do is you copy it, Control C to copy, and then Control Shift V to paste. So to copy, Control C to be pressed down together, Control Shift V, that is the paste in the value. Okay, so now when you actually press on it, that is a 3, that is a 5, and if I go to today's date, that is the formula, but really it's a 2, and if I press that, that is a closing, really is a 3, but it's quite long. So if you're feeling brave, I'll show you an even quick way of doing it, because I have got quite a lot of columns. I have got the imaging column and the Apple column, and I've got the IT column. There's quite a few columns, so if you don't want to do it one by one, you can actually do it as a group. So this is how you do it. You select the area that you wanted to do, and then Control Shift arrow key, Control Shift left arrow key. That is to select the entire block area all the way to the left. Okay, and then you make sure it goes all the way to the end, and then you let go. Okay, again you do Control C and then Control Shift V, and if this actually do work, because sometimes it doesn't work, you see now when you press on the opening close is actually a number, but if I go a bit lower, it's still a formula. Well, that was the quickest way to do it, and so if you're feeling a bit brave, you can actually do it that way. Yep, so if you need any help, just email me, because this spreadsheet is slightly complicated. Thank you, bye bye.